Okay, so my review today is of Wyncote Golf Course in Oxford, Pennsylvania. Now, this course popped up on my radar screen because I was on Golf Now looking for some decent hot deals. And I have a dilemma now. There's some courses that I want to play that I know the courses that I want to play. And the question is, can I get a tee time? Can I get a hot deal on them? And so I was fishing for tee times and hot deals. Like Eisenhower is they want you to play twos. So, you can't, it's hard to get a single on Eisenhower. That's a hot deal. BlackRock, some other courses, Reston National. I'm sort of in a position where I've played a lot of the courses in the area, and now I'm starting to have to pick and choose which courses I want to play versus just picking a course or the first convenient course that I see in Golf Now. Although there's still a lot of courses that I haven't played, so it's not like impossible to do that. So what I ended up doing was I was searching through the hot deals and I found this course. It just popped up. It was 140 slope. It was a 5-star course. Wyncote in Oxford, Pennsylvania. I was like, oh, Pennsylvania. I was like, oh no. I said, this is sort of like, that part like Star Wars where you realize that, the Dark Star is out there. Going out to Pennsylvania to play is something that's always been on my radar, but it's been on like just over the horizon. So, sure enough, this course comes up. It's a 140 course. I can't pass up a 140 course with a $38 hot deal. And so, fine, book it. Luckily, it's just over the border. It's not that far. It's not like in central Pennsylvania or something. It's just northwest of Havre de Grace on Route 1. A 2-hour drive. No problem to get to. I go up there, and it's rolling farmland. It's sort of, the course is half rolling farmland, and the other half is around and behind some McMansion-style places with a pretty decent amount of land up there around each house. The houses are not actually on the course. They're close, and most of the holes are in a valley right behind the clubhouse. It's a nice clubhouse. Certainly had good food, good dogs, good dining area, good sort of place behind the clubhouse. I mean, it's all right. It's nice. Kind of scale, but not bad. Showers, everything. Not a complaint about that at all. So the thing is, it was a bright day. There's virtually no tree cover on the course. There's some trees. It's not like it's barren. It's all farmland. There's some trees in some places, but most of the course is just wide open in terms of sunlight. You can see most of the other holes. You can hear, unfortunately, everything going on within like a mile of the course. And unfortunately, as I found out with a lot of these upscale courses tend to have greenskeepers running around the course when you play during the week, which is unbelievably obnoxious. There is one thing I really hate when I play golf, is having somebody who's not playing, not part of the group I'm playing with, or even any other group, sitting there and goofing around and running around the course. I hate that. It was about as bad as I've ever seen. I mean, when I played Bethpage Black, that was the worst. No question. With the green, they were just everywhere. But here, and that was on a Friday. This was a Monday. There were two greens. The first hole and the 10th hole share a green. There's a lake next to the green. There are two greenskeepers in that lake fishing for balls the whole round until I literally drove by them while I was going up to the 10th green and said, dude, you guys are obnoxious as hell. It sucks playing a hole with greenkeepers on it. The first couple holes I was having to deal with the guys cutting the grass, okay? on the first on the rough on the first, and on the tee box on the second. Got past that, calmed down a little bit, and it was, okay from there. I can't say that this layout is really brilliant. I can't say it's highly entertaining, but it's decent. And if you combine the copious waste, and I mean, you will see a lot of waste in this course, with the fairly tight fairways, the modest verticality, and whatever wind, there is out there, it's quite a challenge to keep your balls out of that waste. Let's put it that way. I mean, even if you're a fairly decent, I think you're going to find it a challenge, because you always have that choice between hitting long and hitting short, hitting left, center, or right, playing cut shots, trying to hit a straight shot. How much of the fairway do you try to bite off the tee? How many shots do you take to the green? Do you take 2, or do you go for it in 2, or do you take 3, lay up and go for 3? Do you try to go for the green, or do you hit short? And it's a challenge. That course accentuates every difficulty associated with golf. That's why it's so tough. It takes a regular golf round and sort of cranks it up a couple of degrees of difficulty. Not that the layout is tough, but certainly there are some holes where the layout is. There's no question. There are a couple 2 or 3 year holes on that course where the layout is tough. No question about it. But even then, I wouldn't say it was really tough in terms of a layout. It's a fairly modest layout. It just requires you to consistently hit good shots, time and time and time again, or lose your ball, period. And I think that is the thing about it. I wouldn't say that it was a really hard course. I wouldn't say it's a really interesting course. I'd say it's a decent course. It is above average difficulty, no question about it. It's long enough, 7,200 yards in the back tees. I think it certainly earns a 140 slope in a decent manner, in a respectable manner. It doesn't make you take goofy shots or play goofy holes or have a lot of slope, like slope left to right on the fairway. It doesn't have these, giant vertical shots. It's a respectable course. It's an honest course. It's a decent course. And if it didn't have those damn greenkeepers out there, I probably had a much better time. I can only say, I hope if you come up and play it, you don't have the same problem. The houses were certainly there. You can certainly see them, but they weren't on the course. Thank God I didn't have to hit out of anybody's backyard like I had to at South Riding. And I've had to do that at a few other courses also. Not a problem here. There's copious amounts of waste between the course and the houses. There's OB, keeping fair, not just OB off the cart path, but OB, solid OB. Although you do see some of it in the middle of the course, which is kind of strange. It's a good course. I have to give this course at least a B. I can't quite give it a B+, certainly not an A, due to the limited views. I mean, there's okay views, not great views. The limited sort of entertainment value of the course itself, and the greenskeeper fouling. I'm not going to give it an A. It's a B, a solid B course. That's Wyncote Golf Course in Oxford, Pennsylvania. A good round. Bring a hat or you will get baked. And certainly I think it's an enjoyable round, a good challenge, but not an A course. No, it's not that good. And while it is a solid B course, it's not an A course. I certainly think it's not a beginner's course. You have to, if you bring a beginner out there, I think even a moderate amateur, I'm sort of like an intermediate, they're going to have a rough time with this course. It's real easy to lose your ball on this course. And if the wind kicks up, it's just a terror. Not an easy course. Wyncote Golf Course in Oxford, Pennsylvania.